So right now I'm just trying to find some stick that is loyalty free to give us some. Oh, you're fine. Oh, I was enjoying. I was listening while I was doing what I needed to do. So which I had something to listen to. All right, need that now. Music isn't too loud, is it? I hope the music isn't too loud. I can turn it down if I need to. And Marco go. Um, well, I should be okay if I just keep it upright. Okay. Hey, Susie. I'm trying a little bit of a different setup tonight because I now have the rest of my diamond painting collection up. So these are the boxes that I use for my big paintings to store my diamonds in. So I finally got that up on the wall. I use those boxes and then use these trays, which are all numbered. Finally got that up. That's what I was working on. And that's for my giant diamond paintings. For these ones I use for my smaller ones. Jay. That's what I was doing. Finally got that all up. Now I just have to organize them back up because I dropped them. And all 4 boxes, because these are boxes like this. So I dropped all 4 of them and they scattered everywhere. So I have to put them back in order. Oh, nice and we've got a hitchhiker. Let's see if I can figure out what color it is. So hitchhiker just means that we have a diamond that is not the same color as what it's supposed to be. So we have a brown one that's in here with these grayish ones. 2 times out of 10, the checkers are from the same. Not always, but usually. Oh, I'm gonna leave that one. Nope, too late. I'm sure it's no. Oh, oh, whoa. I'm close. Why? This is number 10. Number 10 is F. The one right here. Okay. Hey, Carrie Ann. Audio is bad. Instead of raising this up a little bit more will help. Is that any better? Maybe it was too close to the computer. It was too close to the computer. How does it sound now? Because worst case scenario, I can get my stationary mic out and plug it in. Not my big boom style mic, but I do have a smaller one. No, Carrie, we didn't do a live together. I was on his live. I'm one of his mods. No, it's this phone. Hold on. Where did I put it? Let me try doing this. How's this? Is this any better? Turn the music down a little bit more if I need to. And worst case scenario, I can change the phone now. That one's better. Like I said, let me actually flip the phone over so the mic is on this side instead of the other side. All right, guys. How's that? Now that the mic is on this end instead of away from me. How does that sound? Right on my painting. Is this better? Having the mic on this side? I think there's a delay. Okay, perfect. Because I know the mic on this computer is not great. Okay, so that's what it was. It was just the mic. Oh, I stirred up some dust. The mic was on the other side. Oh, dang, come it. My knees are bad enough. I don't need to keep knocking them. Okay, so I mean, I'm open for it. I just have no idea what I would talk about. Come on. Oh, I know. It drives me nuts. My light pad might be on the verge of going out. There we go. Yeah, I hate the twitchy nose. I had to go downstairs and take these down. Oh, you weren't here. Um, so I finally am getting the rest of my diamond painting station kind of set up and put up the way I like. And I got the rest of my stuff from downstairs. So these boxes I use in my big paintings where I have 50,000 diamonds. And then I pour those into these trays so that I'm not constantly dumping trays. And I can just leave the diamonds in the tray because each tray is numbered. But I had to pull these off the wall downstairs because these, there's 4 of these. So there's 4. And these are the boxes. I just have to secure these to the wall, and I'm just going to use clip putty. And when you're dealing with 50,000 diamonds, yeah, for the most part, um, up to 70, $80,000 diamonds, it gets a lot. You need bigger containers. I use these little storage boxes or bottles. Oops, I use these little storage bottles and cases for my smaller diamonds or my smaller cases. You bring this phone down a little bit. That's good. So no, because I'm having to figure out how to organize all my crap, and it's not easy. It is not easy because I went from the family room, which was my bedroom, um, downstairs, which is so the basement. It's a fully finished basement, but it's half the size of the house. And our house isn't very big, um, and about a third of the, or it's the full width of the house or length of the house, but it's only half as wide as the house. And about a third of that area is one room, and 2/3 is the larger room. So I went from that larger room to a smaller room upstairs. I have to figure out how to organize everything. It's not working out too well. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. And I have downsized quite a bit too. Oh, you're really trying to get me up there, aren't you? I'm trying. Went to the craft store today and bought one board. I need to have 3 of those paintings. There's some of them ready. Off the glue. Got I knew exactly the time I need to put some hold. It comes in its own little case, so I won't lose the blades constantly. I've got so many X-Acto knife blades around here, it's not even fun. Put them in little, um, the diamond paintings, you get these funny little zipper bags. I gotta move the camera. Anyway, Okay. So a lot of the diamond paintings will come with a few to enough plus some to do your diamond painting. So I have so many of these little zipper bags, I can't even tell you how many I have. So I usually take one of these bags and put my X-Acto knife in there and or my blades in there and then put them away so I don't lose them. Dadgummit. All right. I'm plugging in the mic. I'm going to turn this camera off for a second because I've got to. It's going to shake the camera around a little bit. What about now? How does that sound? How does that sound? Oh, I like the planners. Okay, that is working good. Because I don't normally use this mic because the cord. Oh, here's my hunting Bowie. Can I? Hey, Susan, can I show? Because that's a good picture. Oh, yeah, that's a good picture. There's Carrie Ann's boy, Orion. He was just a stinker. Just him all day. I'd love to groom him, of course. Too far away. Okay, I gotta make those appointments tomorrow. It's too late tonight. Okay, so this mic is seems to be working better. Because if I'm in here filming, I might just go ahead and leave it set up like I normally do. Just pull the phone off. I'm pulling up YouTube because I don't like how much of a delay Restream has comments. Let's see. Might have to put it on my other phone. Just use this cooler as a holder. How you doing now? You know what? Nothing. Door's closed. Let me go make sure this door's closed. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's slowing it computer down too much. I'll put it on my phone. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I just don't I don't like this mic because I'm gonna move this one camera so you can kind of see. The cord is literally that long. So I don't like it because the cord is so short. But if it's gonna work well on um on this phone, since we've been having so many problems with this phone, um, then I'll use it on the tripod. Let me pull it up some so it's not pulling quite so hard. Okay. All right, now it's not pulling on the phone quite so much. Actually, let me see if I can pull it around on this side. That should help. Okay. Let me turn it. Not the camera, just the mic. Okay. And right now it has to be plugged in to charge, so I can't do anything else than this tonight. Once it's fully charged, then we should be good for, like, I think an hour and a half, or find another or four. But if it's working well, I'm golden. I'm not going to mess with it anymore tonight. Oh, drywall dust. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it anymore tonight if it's doing fine right now. So tomorrow, I'm going to work on starting to mount right. If I own, if I could, Dusty, you better believe it. I'd be on top of that in a New York second. Hey, Tracy. He said, "Dag, I'm cute." You know what, Tracy? You got to see Orion. Orion is Carrie Ann's dog. Is he not? Just grab his cheeks and love him to pieces. He's a long hair chihuahua. Or chihuahua. Dachshund. Uh, he is. I love him to bits. I'm gonna groom him so daggone bad. Yeah, tell me about it. He is absolutely a doll. I'd bring him home in a second. Oh, long hair chihuahua or dachshund. I got no luck tonight, you guys. None. I know. I know. You keep saying that, Dusty. I'm waiting for the day for you to go kidnap him back if he's yours. But at the same token, I'm pretty sure it would come to blows with Carrie Ann and the hubby and child number 4. I don't think they're gonna let soda go anywhere. So Tracy, did you see the finished version? Oh, honey, I hope everything's okay. Um, did you see the finished version of the last woodland cottage? Because I finished it. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. I'm looking all over my room for it, and it's on the desk right in front of me. I'm telling you, it's been one of those days. I set the drill down. I don't know how many daggum times. Where the hell did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Hey, Lydia. So here's the completed small square painting in that series for the care center. I went today and got the foam board and glue so that I can go ahead and on foam board from Desert Rose. So, and she agrees with me. Instead of mounting them to and hanging them with a hanger and a nail, like I normally do at home or at the shop, she thinks doing the foam board command strips, picture hanging command strips. Oh yeah, yeah. Those need a lot of specific care for their skin. Um, Instead of hanging it with a nail that patients could potentially scratch themselves or injure themselves on, dry mounting it basically without the heat to foam board, and then using the picture hanging command strips so that there's no nails for anybody to, bump into, anything like that at the care center, and they can just mount it right to the wall that way. She said it was that's probably the best way to go to. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. When is it? And what's the cap? I think oldest is too old to participate, but if he needs extra help, she can help. I'll double check and see if she wants to. Yeah, that's what I thought. She's too old to participate, but if you need extra help, I'll ask her. So when I finished that one, I got it sealed. When was that? So today is Saturday. Thursday night. All right, I'll ask her. Thank you, Lydia. I'll ask her and see if youngest wants to participate this year. Um, so I finished that Thursday. No, Friday during the day, in the morning. In the morning, I think. Oh hell, I can't remember. Thursday or Friday. I finished that one and then started this one. This one has um, this one has a lot of color blocking, so I'm moving through this one quickly. Yeah, I'll ask her. She's at a friend's house tonight. Both of them are for a sleepover birthday party. So when they come home tomorrow, I'll ask them. Oh yeah. And I can't. It is too much for me. I love Tracy to bits for doing it, and my kids absolutely adore her. I was gonna go on a field trip today, but I forgot the girls had the sleepover tonight, so they went down early to help decorate. And so I just spent the day running errands. Oh, Susan. Um, was it Susan P? All right, Carrie Ann. I'll talk to you later, honey. Oh, you're fine, Susan. Susie Alt. Susie and Susan. Okay. Um, definitely enjoyed listening to the races that Keith went to tonight while I was working. Reminds me back in the day when I was younger. Papa, there is no corner. You got some makeshift corners in the middle of the room, or you can sit in the rafters. When you say work on your LED sign, what you talking about, Willis? Like you're making your own LED sign? Because that would be awesome. And how long is this going to go for? I'm watching you. watching you. Oh, honey, Lydia, honey, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for your loss. Please take all the time you need. We completely understand. Pop in anytime you want to just hang out and relax. Um, we would absolutely love to have you anytime you do want to pop in, but I completely understand. I am so sorry for your loss. Absolutely prayers and um, condolences to you and your family. I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. Oh, that kind of LED sign. Ooh, 300-word messages. That's a lot of words in a message. That's a lot of words in a message. Yeah, it would repeat much sooner, Dusty. I bet, Lydia. I bet. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. We all process the pain differently. Um, I'll be honest, I shut down usually for a little while. It takes me a little while to start processing. So sometimes I envy. I'll let that go, Papa. Um, Sometimes I envy people who are able to start processing and start feeling right away. Um, Sometimes for me, when I can do that, it helps me deal with that pain much sooner instead of putting it off and shutting down. So, while I know our now, I really, I'm really sending you lots of love and lots of prayers. And I hope you're able to process this grief and pain so that you can feel joy sooner. I'm sorry for your loss, honey. Hey, Parody. How are you, darling? Hey, no face. Oh, I know. Grief never goes away. Um, the sadness and the pain, it hey, Shay, um, it becomes more manageable with time. For some people, that's a good thing. For some people, it's less and it takes much longer. Um, I'm I'm hoping Lydia can get through this as quickly as possible so that she can maintain her health because I know she's got some health issues as well. So this is the last thing she needs is the stress and from the grief and the pain. Dusty. Yeah, Parody. Yeah, the pain never goes away. The grief never goes away. But with time, it does eventually become manageable. I'm sorry for your loss too. Yeah, we all do it and help us cope. Like I was telling Lydia, when extreme emotional things like that happen to me, I shut down, and that's not a good place to be. So I'm, as much as she is feeling right now, I'm so grateful that she is feeling because that will help her move through it, not past it, not over it. Will help her move through it usually faster. It is absolutely, absolutely, Parody. Absolutely. It affects us in all different ways for sure. I know when I lost my grandparents, whom I was extremely close to, I still it still gets me when I talk too much about them. Exactly, Tracy. Exactly. Right. No face. Absolutely. There is no over, just beyond. This whole group right now is sending you lots of love, Lydia. You and your family, honey. And if it wasn't a family member and it's but a close friend, you're sending their family much love. Sending you much love, honey. Please don't forget to take care of yourself. That is an important for you. Okay? Just don't forget to try to take care of yourself. Oh, No face. I'm not sure if Lydia even drinks. Hey, Maya. How are you, darling? Ah, ice cream? Oh, well, I assume because you are our YouTube bartender, so I assumed because of that. But um, ice cream sounds really good. I don't have any though. Hey, Scooter Mom. And I don't think ice cream would make it to Lydia shipped in the mail. Oh, so when we start talking about ice cream is when you come back. I see. I see how it is. Mm, got your number. I got your number. Yeah, I hear you. I don't drink it either, so it's all good. It's free. But No Face, I thought because No Face in some of our other channels that we're both in, he's our YouTube bartender. So I thought by pint he meant alcohol, but he's actually talking about ice cream, pints of ice cream. But I don't think those are going to ship very well. Hey, Tiff. I know it's refreezable, but I don't think it'll be any good because it's dairy if it doesn't stay cold, darling. Jen, hello, honey. How are you? Yeah, it's early there. Long time no see, my dear. I have sadly, I'm going to wrap myself out here. Have not had a chance to keep up with your channel. I'm going to have to remedy that quickly. No face. I can't with you. I'm good. I'm good. We've had a lot going on. It's summertime, so it's like nonstop in the summertime here. So, but I'm good. I'm real good. I have a new service dog after losing my little guy last year, and that is working out well. Um, she is. I'm allowing Papa on the outside of the circle tonight, not the round room. It's still a round room, but he's on the edge of the room tonight because he's not feeling 100%. As long as he still interacts, we're good. Till he doses off, we're good. Um, but I lost my little guy last year and adopted a new dog who is my new service dog. And I am learning how to be independent with my new service dog and how to go places and do things by myself instead of always having to have my kids or my husband with me. Yes, Mona is amazing. Everybody keeps saying I am, and I'm like, no. but I know somebody who is. She's on four legs and furry, and I think she's in the living room. But George is with us tonight. Georgie, come here. He's like, I don't want to move. Georgie is with us tonight. Good deal, bud. Oh, I know. I see that never. I see the shadow of that never going. So George is hanging out with us today. Hi, George. Who's my boy? Are you my boy? I know what'll get you to sit up. So where's my bag at? Move my diamonds. There they are. George is about 7 now. Okay. All right, bud. You want to sit? Come on. No crumbs in my bag, dude. Clean up your crumbs. Clean up your crumbs. Thank you. Your mama's away. Your mama's boy. You got itchies? Maybe I'll take you to the shop tomorrow and give you a tuppy. Yeah. Is Mona coming? Momo. Yeah, he's actually my youngest shadow, so he doesn't hang out with me very often. Hey, Janelle. Hey, Mary. Yeah, he doesn't. George doesn't hang out with me very often. He is my youngest shadow. Um, so usually with her. Mona, here she comes. Hey, you want a cookie? You already have one. We got to show you off so Miss Jennifer can see you. You're already telling me? Come on, come on. Are you gonna take it? That's my girl. This is this is Mona, Jen. I love you too, baby. Yes, Mama's girl. You're telling me all about it, aren't ya? What's cute? I love you. You telling me all about it? Can you guys hear her? With me having the big mic hooked on. Yeah. Oh, did you guys hear her with the big mic plugged in tonight? Oh yeah, Jen. She's a rescue. We rescued her from the animal shelter here, and I'm telling you what, she has been exactly what Mama needed, huh? You got cookies. You need them cookies. Get it in your eyes. There we go. Good girl. He's a good boy too, huh? Oh, she talks. Okay. Yeah, she talks and she grunts and she groans and oh, it's the cutest thing. I know. Lazy George yawning. Yeah. And it's a lazy belly, huh? It looks homeless right now. Need a haircut. Huh? You need a haircut. Okay, Mona. Oh, thank you for the kisses, baby. Oh yeah, you could hear her. I wasn't sure if you're gonna be able to hear over the music or not. But you know her in person. Heard her and all the funny noises that she makes. You've heard her in person. She sounds like a daggum seal. When we're at the shop and a dog goes home, because she goes to work with me and everything. So when a dog goes home, a lot of times I just let them. They can run straight to their owners, and every time she just goes to whining and crying, and it's the cutest thing because she knows now that I'll talk to her when she does that, and we'll have a full on conversation. It's the funniest thing. It is the funniest thing. And she has this. Everybody thinks it's growling, but she's not growling. It's not quite like that. Um, but if you just catch it like real quick, it kind of sounds like it, but it's not growling. I know. I know, Tracy. But yeah, Tracy has actually met her in real life, and she is awesome. Oh man. Yeah, she grumble talks. Yes. No face. That right there is absolute perfection. Absolute perfection. And now that I've had her in here and she got a cookie, she's gonna stay right here. This is my girl. Yeah, you. Mama's girl. She's gonna stay right here next to me. Yeah. No face. That is absolute perfection. So, but George is with me tonight because my youngest is at a sleepover and he didn't get a chance. Hey, audit. He didn't get a chance to go into the room with daddy. So he's stuck with mama tonight. Come by. Oh, yes. So he's stuck with mama tonight. If I hear my husband snoring, he's out cold. I'm not there at that point, but we'll see. We'll see. Because he likes sleeping with his daddy because he sleeps right in front of daddy's air conditioner. Daddy has a little portable air conditioner in his room, and George will sleep right in front of it. Thank you for hitting that like button, audit. I appreciate it. Because we all know how terrible I am at remembering to do all the, important YouTube stuff that channel owners are supposed to do. We all know I forget to do it all the time. Oh, honey, Lydia, you go get some rest. Even if you're not sleeping, still try to make sure that you're resting your body. Try not to overdo it because I know you do have some health issues and whatnot. So please, even if you're not sleeping, still make sure you're resting your body and try as best you can to take good care of yourself, okay? We'll be here. Yeah, we'll be here when you need us, okay? You got it. Got it. So how was everybody's day? Oh, did you? Yeah, I popped off so I could finish clearing off my desk from getting my. No, oh, you haven't seen yet. I'm gonna have to look, you know. Okay, so we all know that these are not the biggest paintings that I do. I do these giant paintings, like that one, which is giant, as you can see. Um, so when you're dealing with paintings like that, um, it can be 50, 60, 70, 80,000 diamonds. Actually, let me see. Oh man, no face. I'm so sorry, honey. All right, so let's just see. So I can kind of catch the price point. All right, 59.99. So some have been more than that, some have been less than that. This is the and this is squares, but this is the basic size that I normally do of these big ones. On this one I'm looking at is 83,160 diamonds for square. And that is from the same artist that did that one. Chuck Pinson is another one that I really like his paintings. A landscape and building artist. Just a lot of landscapes. All right, also 59.99, also square. And this one is 63,038 diamonds. This is one of the older ones in the collection. All right, so those are squares. Let's find round. All right, here's a round for 54.99. And there's 53,929 diamonds. So when you're dealing with 50 to 80,000 diamonds, um, on these giant paintings, these little bottles aren't going to hold that many. So when I'm working on one of those big ones, I have these big boxes for my diamonds. And then I'll pour them into a tray. So this is box number 28, tray number 28. So I'll pour them into the tray so I don't have to pour them back and forth all the time. I can just leave it in the tray and put the tray back up. So this is what I did tonight. I was able to bring this all upstairs and get it all situated. There we go. So these are the little trays that I don't have to dump back and forth like I do the big one here. And then the racks of the big boxes, which there's 4 of them. And there's 16 to, yeah, 16 to each. I still have to organize them and actually secure them to the wall. Right now they're just sitting on their little shelf, but they're going to be secured to the wall. And my blonde behind dropped all 4 of them, so it dumped all the boxes out. So now I got to go through and reorganize all my boxes and put them back in order because I just threw them back into the case. But I'm going to do that after I secure them to the wall. So now I have all the stuff that I use when I'm working on the giant paintings. It is all put up now. Yeah, Janelle, I'll run over and check out your post after we get done. Yeah, it is a lot of diamonds. Okay, I missed something here. Oh no, Mary. Yeah, Janelle, I'm gonna go back and um, get on the replay. I missed it this morning. I didn't catch it until after she was already done. Right after she was done, I didn't even know she was live. Right, Janelle? I just popped into Corn Freaks live and listened for a few minutes, and then racing with Keith. Yep. Uh, Unfortunately, I warned him though. I did warn him. Told him I'd be in and out, but that's when I was working on all this. I'd go downstairs, pull it off the wall downstairs, get everything because there's 3 mini shelves that are holding it. So I had to get those all completely leveled and spaced out with the screws and anchors and everything. I hear you, Mary. Just make sure you're taking it easy and not overdoing it. How do I unleash your OCD, No Face? I'm sorry, but how? Is it because all my boxes aren't in right order or by color or I don't know. How did I do it? I get it. I absolutely 100% get it because I injure myself all the time and have no idea how I did it. I get bruises all the time. Don't remember bumping into anything. Sometimes I remember because I'm good about getting on the floor with the big dogs at work, so they step on me all the time. But when I end up with a giant bruise on the back of my arm, hey, I'd remember. No, so I completely understand. 600 hours away. I'm so proud of you. You know? Yes, I agree. That's dumb. Absolutely. Oh, Jen, we can definitely get you going, darling. You start putting the word out. Huh, my chat stopped rolling. There you are. Oh, I'm sorry, but at least I keep them organized. Yeah, no, these are not for glitter. Not at all. These are not for glitter. They actually have, I don't know if you can see the lines in there. So that is, those lines are raised so that when you see me shake my tray, those lines make the, um, it's all good, I got it. But the lines that are raised actually make your diamonds fall into straight lines. That's why they're in there. So when you shake the tray, it actually makes the diamonds fall into lines. Oh, absolutely, Jen. We share all the time, all the smaller channels for sure. So no face, these are not glitter trays. These are actually glitter trays tend to be smooth. These are not. Oh, you heard that? Yeah. Yeah, these are not glitter trays because they're textured on the bottom. So that will probably make you feel better because they're not glitter trays. They're diamond trays. And diamonds are much easier to clean up, trust me. Oh yeah, I love diamond painting. You would probably call me a hoarder if I told you how many diamond paintings I have. Yeah, like I just finished two of the three of these, and there's a total set of five. These are going to be donated to my local um, senior center, not senior center, care center. I know, Scooter. I know. I absolutely love her. I know. Um, That's one of them. That's the small one that is um, in the collection. There's 5 total. There's 4, and then this smaller square one. So it like large, large, small in the center. So there's this one, and they're all. And there's these are upside down. There's this one, and this one. So ability where people could fall, trip, slide up against the walls, things like that. I'm not going to mount them as I normally do to where they'd be need to be hung with you know a nail or screw or something into the wall. Um, I'm going to mount them to foam board and then give them the command strips that are for picture hanging. So it's like 2 pieces of Velcro, but they're for wall and pictures. I'm going to put those on there and have it all ready. So that is much safer to have on the wall. Somebody slides up against the wall or something, they're not going to catch a nail or anything like that. If they go to fall and raise their arms and hit the wall or something, they're not going to potentially hit a nail. Um, oh, no face, we'll get you. Um, so the command strips, those will actually be completely behind the painting, and it will basically Velcro itself to the wall. It'd be much safer having in that type of facility so that nobody can potentially scratch themselves or injure themselves on nails coming from the walls. Coffee ground. So that's my plan to do that. But I finished that little the other day and started this one just the other day. Good night, Robert. Thank you. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Scooter. Don't forget No Face too. Gotta make sure we get No Face on there. Uh, Sometimes it just takes a little while. Took me a hot while to get off the ground. Thank you, Scooter. It'd be wonderful to surprise her with some more subscribers. So uh, here on the channel list that we're sharing, just a reminder that Lydia is not anti-Scientology like we are, but if you are into crafts, yarn, or diamond painting, she has those type of channels. So if you'd like to subscribe to support her, that would be absolutely wonderful, and I would be forever grateful. For Lydia. No face, are you or her? I always thought you were a gentleman just from the way others spoke. If you are a her, I'm very apologetic. Ooh, I will check it out, Janelle. I will check it out after we get done. But I was specifically referring to um, Lydia No Face. Lydia has the yarn and diamond painting channels, and I'd like to get her some, have her come back with some surprise subs since she's taken a little bit of a break from her channel. That's who I was talking about. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find the, moving the camera. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. Remember, Janelle, um, last night or the night before, I was telling you about the adjustable arms. Yeah, she's pure art. And she actually has two channels, Janelle. The one we share is her yarn channel. And then if you go into her community tab and look, um, it's several posts down, but yes, the arm thingy. It's several posts down, but the link for her diamond painting channel is in her community tab. Okay. So this is what it looks like. And this is the top that comes on it. Like I said, this comes off because it just screws on and off. So if you want to get a phone cooler like mine that goes right on the end of a tripod or a selfie stick or something, this has the same sized pin on it as the standard for the rest of the other types of phone holders that you can get. This was like $10 at Family Dollar. And these literally, you can roll it up. There's your stand. Um, I have the second one that I have it wrapped around my um, tripod stand here, holding my mic right in front of my phone. So you can actually kind of stick them up on the windshield, kind of go like this on the windshield of your car to stick up the suction cups. I don't think it would hold the weight, but if you leaned it like on the dash here and then up against the windshield here, you probably have to do something like that, kind of lean it back towards you. There's all kinds of things that you can do with these. Oh, honey, I have two Family Dollar stores here in town. Went to the first one, got everything I needed for supper, found a couple new pair of breeches, um, picked up this really cool scratch art thing because, I'm weird and I have to do that. So this is it, scratch art. How cool is that? You scratch the coating off to reveal the. Anyways, walked around the store, got everything I needed to get, got all the way home. But you keep in mind, it's 3 minutes driving from one end of town to the other. That's not the point. That's neither here nor there. Um, got all the way home, was sitting in the driveway checking my phone and everything because I don't look at my phone when I'm driving. And I'm sitting there for a few minutes because I got the AC going. Mona's loving it. She's got her nose right up to the air conditioner vent. So I'm just sitting there hanging out with my dog in my driveway. Kids are already gone. It's just me. I go to get out of the car, shut the car off, turn the AC off, go to get out of the car. I forgot to get coffee. Go all the way back to the store because don't nobody want to see me first thing in the morning with no coffee. I don't even want to see me with no coffee first thing in the morning. No, gotta go all the way back to the store just to get coffee because I had enough for a pot this morning, and I have to have coffee. I had to go all the way back to the store to get a can of coffee because I forgot the damn coffee. And I'm telling you, nobody wants to put up with me and deal with me with no coffee. I don't even want to deal with me with no coffee. No face. Yeah, no, that was a huge issue. So I didn't even bother unpacking the car. I still had frozen raviolis in the car for supper, which we ended up going out because it was just the kid, just me and him. The kids were gone. So we ended up eating instead. I mean, yeah, I still had everything in the car, dog food, you name it. I went straight back to the store because I knew if I unloaded, I was not going to want to leave again. And I need coffee for tomorrow. So I had to go all the way back to get coffee. That was today. That was, uh, we went out to dinner at 6 or at 5:30. And I'd only been home for a couple hours. So I'd say that was around 3 o'clock, 3:30. Yeah, no, no, I didn't have any hens laying eggs in my car. This is true. This is true. Very true. Oh, and at the dollar store, I found this really cute cup because a couple of my old plastic ones, the plastic got so old it broke. So I found this one. It's super cute. Yeah, no hens laying eggs in my car. I saw that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So if I don't happen to fall asleep watching anybody live tonight, I will turn on your playlist. Yeah, I'm still laughing about that chicken too. Absolutely. Because what's really funny is that's something that would absolutely happen out where I live because so many people have chickens in their backyard. That is so absolutely something that would happen out here. Absolutely. Oh, perfect, Scooter. Perfect. Right, Maya? I've done that too. Get home and realize, crap, I'm literally missing half of what I need. I have to go back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is like the one thing I've never been able to give up. I've been able to cut back quite a bit. Um, I tend to drink more coffee when I'm having headaches, and right now I'm out of my medication, which helps with my migraines. So yeah, I tend to drink a lot more. Ooh, room raid, yay! Thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Absolutely, Psych. You go get some sleep, honey. Thank you so much for that like and comment. I truly appreciate it, darling. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hey, Sin. Oh, he was. I don't know if he still is or not. Let me see. Oh, I can't. Hold that thought. I gotta pull it up because it doesn't pop up on the phone. Oh, da, 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 da. Yeah, he was here and not sure if he still is. So give me 1 second and we will figure it out. Oh, he's around here somewhere. He actually, it's been a hot minute. He may have fallen asleep. And not in the corner, the outer rim, because he's not feeling well. Yeah, it shows Keith is still here. He might be busy though. I know he was at that race tonight, and he'd just gotten home when he popped in here, so he might be getting situated after the race tonight. That's what I'm figuring. Either he's busy or he may have crashed. He's still here. Hey, Keith. Oh no. Wake up, baby. Momo. Good girl. Good girl. That was a bad dream, baby. That was a bad dream, baby. Good girl. I have no idea. I'm working on my diamond painting. I have no idea. Did you do it? I wasn't in the whole time, so I don't know. Because I sure enough would have. I don't know if I would have gone their speed in it, but I sure enough would have raced. I would have run it. Yeah, I missed a lot of the streams today. Even though I was there, I missed a lot because I was in and out with getting in and out of the car and running all my errands and everything today. Oh yeah, I would have been golden. Once I figure out the gear ratio, I would have been fine. Yeah, I have. I did catch that. You guys did. Scooter mom. I finally had to break down and get one because I'd worn the paint off the top of all the keys. So my kids couldn't come in and use my keyboard. They finally yelled at me enough that I finally broke down and got one. Ooh. Um, you can, yeah, I've had that happen before too. Now, my last keyboard was I had worn because of my nails. Yeah, because you're more familiar with cats, and I know they're much more delicate than dogs are. So I'm gonna let you take that one. Um, oh, Jen, absolutely. Go get some rest, honey. Go get some rest, honey. Absolutely. But my keyboard, I know where all my keys are, but my little so she hasn't memorized the keyboard like I have yet. So having a bald keyboard not functional for her. So they finally yelled at me enough that I finally broke down and got a good keyboard. So if they need to use my computer, they can. Yeah, yeah. They picked quite a few winners tonight for sure. I wasn't chatting a bunch, but I had you on my phone, and my phone was on the bed. Yes, yes, to the other Jen, to Jennifer. I thought about that. I thought about that, but it is the only other computer that is set up. should they need it. So if their Chromebooks die or something, um, it is the only other computer that is regularly set up. So if they needed to use it for school or something, they can. But yeah, they were so tired, sick and tired of the bald keyboard. I got yelled at so much for that. Ooh, to buy a pool. My recommendation is actually to take a little bit of Dawn dish soap, diluted in a weed sprayer, one of those pump sprayers, and spray the yard. What happens is the dish soap breaks down the oily coating on the fleas, which is what makes them waterproof. Um, and then you can water really well, spray, wait an hour or so, and then you can water your yard very well and drown a lot of them out. But I know you can't use that inside, and I know cats are much more delicate than dogs are. There's things that you can use on dogs that you cannot use on cats for fleas and ticks. It's toxic to cats. So, just a word to the wise: if you have dogs and cats, and your dogs contract fleas, or you get a flea prevention product like the topical that goes on their on their shoulders, or a flea collar, read the box carefully and make sure that it clearly states on the box that it is safe to use in a home with cats. A nugget to keep in y'all's head. I just can't remember what the chemical is. The one that's so dangerous for the cats. I can't remember. But and you can't very well spray Dawn dish soap, diluted Dawn dish soap in your house. I mean, that's you're gonna end up with dry soap. So anytime you go to shampoo your carpet, you have foam. Yes, you can use Dawn dish soap to get rid of fleas. Um, the thing you can even bathe your animals in Dawn dish soap, cautious around the eyes and face, so they're not licking or it's not getting in their eyes. But yes, you can wash and bathe animals in Dawn dish soap so that you're breaking down that oily coating on the fleas, and the fleas end up drowning out. They start drowning in the soap, and then the rinsing. Um, the rinsing finishes the job, but it will only kill the adults, the live, breathing, moving insects. It won't kill the eggs. But that's something also that you want to keep in mind. If you're going to use Dawn, it will probably wash off if you're using a topical anti-flea or a flea preventative. The Dawn will probably break down and wash away the topical flea prevention, the ones that the little oil capsules that you, um, yes, you just cautious with eyes and face so they're not ingesting it. It doesn't go into the bubbles don't go in their nose or in their eyes. Um, but if you're gonna bathe them in Dawn. Make sure that you're using a different, because you'll have to bathe them a few times. Make sure you use a different flea prevention product and not the topicals that you put on their between their shoulder blades. You don't want to use that if you're using Dawn, because the Dawn will break it down and wash it away. So you've just wasted quite a bit of money because those are not cheap. Yeah, pretty much the only thing that non-chemical that truly does kill them is Dawn. That is, non-toxic and non-chemical. Oh, days. Yep, alcohol does stun them. Yeah. Janelle, then yeah, that you can sprinkle in the yard too. That was Iomatrix. I can never say it. It's a type of clay, a specific type of clay that you can use in chicken coops, dog runs, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. No, no, I don't know. I know I can never say it. I'll tell you that now. I can never say it. Um, just just it's going to take rounds because you have to kill the fleas at each life stage, and it's a pain. Yeah, see, I can't say that. Diomaches. Yep, nope, can't do it. Diatomaceous. I don't know. That's one of the very few words that I can't say. Oh, macious. Diatomaceous. Did I say it? Diatomaceous? Yeah, but it's a type of clay that it's absolutely safe. Yeah. So I don't think I'm ever going to be able to say it. I've never been able to say it. Um, it's you can sprinkle it. It's absolutely safe to use around pretty much every animal, as far as I know. Okay, I will probably forget in 20 minutes. Just fair warning. Dynamite tomatoes. That's good too. It's chalk. Okay, I'll tell you right now because No Face said it. That's probably how I'm going to use it and say it for the rest of my life now. More than likely. Uh, Find my tomatoes. And I'm going to giggle every time because I'm going to think of No Face when I say it. Because I usually just, when I tell my clients about it, I usually will just say it's in the livestock stock section, and it starts with a D, and you can sprinkle it in on the ground, in the coop. Oh, I know what you're talking about. There you go. That stuff. Oh, yes. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And the trim is all gray. And then my oldest liked it so much. So what we did in the room downstairs is we painted the end wall, not all the way to the end walls, because it was solid white downstairs. Um, but my oldest liked this purple so much that her end she wanted to use the same color. And then my youngest picked a blue that matched really well. It was very light blue. Has a gray base. The blue that my youngest picked also has a hint of a gray base. And my husband likes it so much that when he does his room, that's the color he's going to use. So it worked out perfect. Worked out perfect. Ooh, damn hiccups. That sounds pretty. Yeah, when my mom had this house, the living room was a pale, very pale sage green. Okay. I don't know what it was made of. I always assumed it was a type of clay or something similar to that. But I knew people used it a lot around livestock. Pretty much, and we have pretty much every type of livestock around here: pigs, sheep, lambs, goats, turkeys, ducks, chickens, horses, cattle. Yeah, we pretty much have all of it around here. I know a lot of people use it around their livestock with absolutely no issues. I know some people will actually sprinkle it by the chicken coop for smell, along with dried flowers and stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Sin? Both. Oh my god. I found I found an amazing brand of popcorn today. Oh, stay there. I had to put them down or I was going to make myself sick. Kettle Heroes. This way. Salted caramel. Oh god. And aged white cheddar. They are fantastic. Or both. Because that's what I'd do. Sorry. I'm fixing to pop into these. I don't normally eat on stream too much, but these are fan freaking tastic. They smell amazing. Oh my gosh. So freaking good. Butter base. And then you can taste it, the white cheddar. Oh my God. They're fan freaking tastic. And the caramel ones, I have to show you. I just have to show you. It's hard to say. A lot of times with caramel corn, it's like spotty, but these are not. Like, it's fully covered in caramel, but it's so thin that it's crispy. Mm, mm. So it is Kettle Heroes popcorn, Tempe, Arizona. I love you, no face. Kettle Heroes. And these aren't little tiny for the caramel. They're big kernels. Big. The white cheddar is a little bit smaller, but not as much. I mean, these are big kernels of popcorn. Mm. Looking for a sponsorship, dude? Hit me up. Those are good. Cal Ranch has them. I'm sure other people has them, but that's who has them here in town. A farm and ranch store. At least I know where I can get them now, because those are good. Those are nummy ummy. Oh yeah. Okay, not petrified. Fossilized. Ooh, interesting. Oh, you're fine, Janelle. It's similar enough. Good night, honey. We'll talk to you later. Get some rest. Oh, Keith, are you going for a walk tonight? Yeah, I do too. For me, it's not a gag issue. For me, the husk sticks to my plate, so I have to drink quite a bit when I eat popcorn to wash it down. Okay, Keith. Mom. Oh, okay. Just moving in the hallway. I think I'm just going to finish the J's, which is most of this whole center banner tonight. And then that will just leave the ladybugs and the flower. Yeah, I was watching it last night. I had 2 channels going last night. And I finally eventually fell asleep. I'll be laying in bed and I'll be laying, so my pillows are right here. And so I'll be laying on my pillows and she'll be laying with her head towards my feet right alongside of me. SBD. At least twice a week. Silent but deadly. No face. Oh yeah. I am laughing with you in about 10 minutes. You'll be laughing in about 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes are to stop from gagging. Mhm. You'll be laughing in about 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. You guys are cracking me up. Oh, you guys are absolutely cracking me up. I love it. Because I get it all the time. Because every time I go out in public, everybody wants to love on Mona and give her treats, and I'm the one that pays for it every damn time. I'm sure it won't be long before you get to laugh at me next. I'm absolutely positive of it. Yep, sounds about right. Sounds about like what my cat used to do. Rascal was every bit her name. Every bit her name. Rascal was every bit her name, little rascal. She would do stuff like that. If she didn't like you, you had better watch out. Oh yeah. No, she was every bit her name. I didn't adopt her. She adopted me. Um, she was born in Florida. So I graduated in 2000. So she would have been born sometime shortly after Valentine's Day, 2002. She was, from what the vets could figure, a Russian blue Hemingway. And she was approximately 10 to 12 weeks old. She pranced her arm behind right into my apartment because we had the door open. We had one of the flats that canned goods come in. We bought some canned goods. We being me and my mother. 'Cause I just graduated from high school then, so I was still living with my mom, helping her out because she had gone out of work on disability my senior year in high school. So I was still staying with her, helping her, paying the bills, the whole 9 yards. And we were taking some trash out to the dumpster, and we had the door open, and this little tiny gray kitten walked into the house, or into the apartment, walked all the way around the apartment. I didn't say a whole lot, it wasn't that big of a deal. Um, she walked straight up to this hand flat that's sitting on the floor next to the door because I hadn't taken it out yet. Squats, uses the bathroom, walks back into the living room, hops in the chair, and commences to taking her behind to sleep. She was such a unique cat with the 6 toes on both front paws. And she was absolutely stunning, beautiful. Um, I went to every apartment in the complex, across the houses across the street, went to the volunteer fire station that was there across the street. Um, I I went and asked everybody I could if this was their cat. Nobody claimed her. So in that case, then she had to have been dumped because this was like on the edge of Mulberry on Highway 60, and people come it if you don't know that area, um, but anybody from Florida, from Clearwater area, any of our Clearwater peeps, they would know where I'm talking about. It was literally on Highway 60, just over County Line Road into Polk County, as you're heading into Mulberry. Um, it was right before you got to Mulberry city limits. But people would come out there because it was all pretty much empty. People's, houses sat off the road. Houses were like down roads that cut off of Highway 60. So there was a lot of land out there, out that way back then. And so at this point, I'd gone through as much of the neighborhood as I could, asked as many people as I possibly could, kept my eyes open for flyers, asked other people to keep their eyes open for flyers, for this missing cat, and that I was going to hold on to her until we could find her owner. The week before Thanksgiving will be 3 years that we lost her. She was almost 20. Nobody ever claimed her. She claimed me, and I had her all those years. She was with me most of those years, except for a few that I had to go back to Florida, but she stayed with my mom. Um, and at least every couple of weeks, my mom would have to actually put the phone down and let me talk to her through the phone because she was giving everybody the last, I don't know, she was only a couple years old. She started out life as an indoor cat with me. I kept her inside. Well, when we moved out here from Florida, um, we eventually, yeah, she was totally my cat, totally. Um, Eventually, probably by the time she was about 3 or 4, started letting her go in and out. So she became an indoor outdoor cat, and she loved it. She thrived on being able to go outside and being in the country. Where we live now, as long as she had her collar on, nobody messed with her. And even being an indoor outdoor cat, she still only almost made it to 20. So we lost her the week before Thanksgiving. She would have been 20 right after Valentine's Day. So yeah, she was absolutely my cat, and she was on me. If she didn't like you, you better watch out. She would sit at the door and growl when somebody would knock on the door. She would sit at the door and growl while the dogs are barking. Not these dogs, different dogs. Um, she did it with George a few times, but I had another dog many years ago when my oldest was born. Those two peas in a pod. Oh, it was crazy. But yeah, she had 6 toes on both front paws. And I actually have a diamond painting of her. Let me go grab it real quick. That's her. That's my baby girl. That is my baby. We still miss her. Hi, Georgie. And that picture was taken shortly before she passed. Yeah, it's George. Hi, Georgie. I see that never. Come here. I'm never going a mile a minute. Oh, yeah, my puppy. Yeah, that was George. He's a little down and out right now because his girl isn't home, and um, I didn't put him in the room when I closed the door to Daddy's room. So now he's stuck with me, and he's not happy about it. Yeah, she was my baby. That was the first responsibility that I had as an adult. She walked into my apartment when I was 18 years old. That was the first thing that chose me. The first person, the first that chose only me. I tell you what, she was my girl. That's trash. Yeah, I was in her eyes. I was second best to no one, which was the first time that had ever happened in my life. So yeah, that one, I was devastated when that one happened, and unfortunately, it was very quick. She had a massive seizure that left her with. And with cats, it's uncommon for cats to have seizures. And seizure disorders in cats are much more difficult to treat long term than in dogs. So, due to her age and the amount of damage that was done from the seizure, she could not any longer care for herself. So, in the words of my children, best spoken, Rascal was the most independent cat clear up until the moment she had that seizure. And she would not want for us to have to pick her up and carry her everywhere to care for her. She hated being carried by anybody but me. She hated being, you know, dawdled over. She hated it. Um, I mean, she would get her moments of getting love, but she was not the type of cat that enjoys sitting in your lap all day. She was not like that. She'd rather go hunt. She'd rather, clear the neighborhood of stray cats and feral cats. I mean, she did that clear up in till the moment she had that seizure. And as much as I wanted to treat her with whatever we could, once the kids heard the limitations in treating, um, in how, the limitations of treating seizures in cats and neurological damage in cats. Um, they were the ones that told me that that was not the way she has ever lived her life, and that would not be the way she would want to live her life. Having to wait on somebody to take her to the box, having to wait for somebody to be able to hold her and sit her and hold her up while she eats. Um, that would not be what she would want because she's never been like that. So we we decided for her quality of life because it was so drastically set back. She couldn't care for herself, even for the basic of care. And due to her age, it was unlikely that it would get better. And in reality, she could have more seizures. We we chose to go ahead and put her. So I still swear to God, sometimes I see her out of the corner of my eye. Still to this day. And it will have been 3 years in November. So yeah, it was hard. Miss Karen, it's not morning. Oh, well, I guess it is technically. Yeah, it was a really hard decision, but my kids were, um, man, my kids were troopers during that because my kids had never known life without her ever. My oldest, when I had gone back to Florida for a few years, she stayed here with my mom. Um, Not even a few years, but for a little while. Um, and when we came back, my oldest was 18 months old, but she'd known me talking to Rascal over the phone her whole life. Um, so, so my kids had no idea what life was like without her. Welcome in, Miss Kim. Hello, my dear. So, yeah, it was tough, but my kids were absolute troopers. and they reminded me that quality over quantity is always to come first, as hard as it was losing her. But I got some rock star kids, I tell you, for sure, rock star kids, because they were the ones that reminded me of that. And that in that moment, when the vet said possible treatment, and I'm like, what? What? And it really was my kids that brought me back to reality. And our motto is quality over quantity. And she would have had no quality of life. Very smart kids. As much as it tore us apart, it really was what was best for her because she would have suffered. That seizure did a lot of damage. And I was being selfish because I didn't want to let her go. So yeah, I ordered that. I had that diamond painting custom ordered. It came in and everything. I didn't actually start working on it for probably about 6 months. Yes, exactly, exactly. And my pain in that moment was just so much that in that moment I didn't think clearly, and my kids were there to remind me. Holy crap! Holy crap! Yeah, it took me about 6 months before I could finish that painting of her, that diamond painting of her. And now it actually hangs on the wall. So when you come in my house and in the back door, which is dead in line with the stairs, we have cabinets on one side, a railing on the other side, and that is level, counter height. And then the stairs go down from there. And there's this one odd wall right there because on this side is our pew pew pow pow closet and an extra storage closet. So there's wall, and that's where her painting hangs, right above the stairs. Yeah, Maya. It just took a minute for my kids to remind me of that because that I mean she was the first responsibility I had as an adult. She was the first thing that it was all for me. I was the bee's knees. I was second to none in her eyes, and that was the first time in my life I'd ever had that. So it was the bond that her and I had was so strong. Yes, my laser tag door. Yes, yes. My laser tags are in there. Yes. Um, yeah, but the and people would tell us all the time because I would say she's not a cat, she's a dat. She's half dog, half cat. And she thought like that too. She acted like that. Yeah. Like I said, I definitely was being selfish for a few minutes. Luckily, my vet is amazing. My kids are absolutely wonderful, and we we found out how bad the damage was from the seizure. Um, that there was going to be No treatment for her. The damage from the seizure was too significant, too extensive. And it just had, my kid's mom. That's not what she would have wanted. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. A week before Thanksgiving. Yep. But that's yeah, it was rough, man. I lost it. I broke when I lost her. I was devastated when I lost Pogo. But with him, we knew he had some health issues going on. We were working with the vet for a few months leading up to him passing, trying to figure out what was going on and what we could do, if we could do anything. Um, we, uh-oh, um, we were in the vet more in the last few months of Pogo's life than we were in the years leading up to that. Um, so we had time to prepare for losing him. What we weren't prepared for was the cancer diagnosis, which was confirmed on his last appointment. So losing him was devastating, but not in the same way that losing Rascal was. Losing Rascal was sudden. She had the seizure, and we took her down the next afternoon, um, because we were just trying to, so the soonest the vet could get us in. Um, we monitored overnight from the seizure and everything, and it just was not. That's when more of the damage was noticeable. So by the time we took her in for evaluation, we pretty well knew. I didn't want to admit it, of course, but with Pogo, we were definitely a lot more prepared for his loss. Uh, and the lack of sleep makes the senility even worse. Yeah. No face, I did not have that experience with Rascal. I'm telling you, she thought she was a dog. She thought she was a dog. She acted like a dog, but she was a cat. She would be waiting by the window, in the window by the door for me to get home from work or home from school because I was in college. Somebody would knock on the door. Her and the dog that I had at the time would both be at the door, be barking, she'd be growling. And if she didn't like you, you were not coming in her house. She protected me like a dog. I kid you not. It was not the normal relationship you would have with a cat. I know. But then again, I can never have normal animals anyways. So it kind of goes with the flow. Kind of what we're used to. All right. Hi. 24. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that was Rascal, man. She was not your typical cat, for sure. Yeah, normally I would agree with you on that. Not with this one. Yeah. And then sin, or I can only imagine, because I know that when it gets to that point that they're pacing, they physically cannot sleep. And that just makes the symptoms 110 times worse. That's it's rough. That is a rough situation. There's no two ways around that for sure. I'm sweet and innocent, no face, but my home is my sanctuary. There's only a select few people that can come here unannounced. And Tracy's one of them. I mean, pretty much everybody in town knows where I live because the town is so small, but L. Yeah, she didn't fall far from the tree. That is true. That is absolutely true. I will own that one. Oh my goodness. Wow. Reach. I'm gonna try to get this center banner. I had to put a no soliciting sign on my door because I was in the middle of cooking supper one day a little early, and I forgot I had a butcher knife in my hand, and the Jehovah's Witnesses knocked on my door. Needless to say, I put a sign up after that. For a long time, I had a sign up, and it's since blown down now, and I probably need to get another one up. And the Jehovah Witnesses never came back to my house. Hmm. Yeah, I was cooking supper. I mean, what do you expect? Oops, my bad. Not intentional. I was literally in the middle of cooking supper. So yeah, they never came back to my house after that. Shortly after that, I also put up a no soliciting sign. Didn't mean to give him a heart attack. Oops. Yeah, I was cooking supper and didn't even think about it. Answered the door with this big, huge butcher knife in my hand. Completely. Hi, what can I help you with? Oh, I'm so sorry you have bothered you. And they got ghost. And then I start looking. I'm like, oh oops. Nice, then. Nice. Yeah, it was completely just a. You know how sometimes you're not thinking and you walk across the kitchen with a knife in your hand? It was one of those things. Completely not intentional. I didn't even know who it was when they knocked, when I answered. And here we are years later, and they have never been back to my house. Yeah, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Faith hit the door. That would have been fantastic. Yeah, I wonder if they've got me on a list now to not come back. 'Cause I haven't seen them back in years. I'm seen them in the neighborhood, walking the street and stuff, but they've never stopped at my house. So I'd be willing to bet they put me on a list. And it was completely not intentional, not planned. It just happened. Mine too, Scooter. Oh yeah, that definitely would have been. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. More often than not, when they see me coming, because my back door, if it's open, which it is a lot during the day, you can see me coming. Because I gotta walk by the back door to get to the front door. And yes, they see me coming. And yes, it is RBF to the help. most definitely. Oh, I believe it. No face. Absolutely. I absolutely believe it. I have heard of people still getting materials from them for years, clear up until they're passing, and sometimes even beyond. Oh, nice, Scooter. Nice. Well, see, it's gotten to the point now with the kids as friends. They have practically grown up with these kids since they were all babies. My oldest and the oldest of that group. Okay, so the oldest of my child and the oldest of my bonus kids um, have been friends for over half their life. And they were about 6 or so when they moved up here, 7, something like that. And then the middle child of the bonus kids is there's only a couple weeks between her and my youngest because there's 3 on that side. I only have 2. And they have literally known each other since they were babies. And um, oh, you're fine. No face. It happens all the time. Um, they, because they've practically grown up in my house, they are allowed to walk in my house. They literally walk in the house. I'll be laying in bed, still in jammies, and they walk in and say, "Hi, mom." Yeah, they're allowed to walk in my house. There's another kid down the street. She hasn't been part of the group the same amount of time, but they're all friends. And it's kind of the same with her. She'll just walk up in the house. Hey, mom. And then go straight downstairs. Or when I was downstairs, she'd walk in the house and holler downstairs at me, "Hey, mom." Yeah, that's acceptable. That's okay. I'm good with that. Oh, it's upside down. That's right. I'm good with that. Anybody else? Unless it's somebody like Tracy, because Tracy is my real life friend. So she's allowed to come over. But we can sit outside, no face. I don't know you quite like that yet. And I won't tell. Absolutely. I even have two really comfy chairs out there right now that we pulled out of the living room when we brought my couch upstairs. I will eventually get rid of them, but at the moment they're on my carport. And I even went a step above, right? Sin? Even went a step above, and my outdoor light is actually a skeeter killer light. It's not just a plain old light. It's a skeeter killer light. I even went above and beyond. And the chairs really are. They probably wouldn't answer. No face. Yeah, they probably wouldn't answer. Not up here. Up here meaning the hill, mountain above town. Because I live on the mountain above town. No, I would just warn the hubby, so he'll know. You'll be good to go. That way you don't have to worry. It won't. Let the hubby know. And the bonus hubby's next door. Probably not, because my youngins also know how to use the Q-fuse. We have put every single one of them in their hands to actively shoot, use, so that they know how each one of our pew-pews work. Now, I tend to stay with the same brand, but Abby is open to other brands. Oh yeah, Nevada's open carry too. Um, hey, drop short, Brad. Brad, that's your name, Brad. Hi, Brad. That just popped right into my head as soon as I said drop short. Um, so I'm not the only one you have to worry about. Hubby's not the only one you have to worry about. Them youngins are no joke. Now because we live in such a rural country community, hunting is very prominent, very popular. hiking, camping, fishing, and a lot of times with those other activities, people will take small handheld pew pews and open carry with those in the hills and stuff. So right here, that absolutely sounds like a wonderful show that I would probably watch. Um, so very young age, we taught our kids, most of the girls, um, age appropriately as they got older. And then once they were responsible enough to start real safety and everything, we did. We showed them how to make sure the safety is on, how to keep your finger out from around the trigger, how to drop out of a or a clip out of a pistol style pistol, um, how to um, safely handle one if there was one ever brought out at a friend's house and thought to be fake, how to tell the difference between a real and a fake. We taught them all of this. Oh no, Face, you're fine. I enjoy having you out here. You make me giggle so much. So I appreciate it when you're here for sure. You get some rest, honey. We'll talk to you later. Um, so we, taught them very early on how to maintain safety with a pew pew. Absolutely did. Absolutely did. It's too much of a risk being here. It's too much of a risk of them going to a friend's house and one being there being played with. At least now they know, and they knew how to make it safe and how to tell the difference between a real one and a fake one. And then eventually, as they got more, even older, we started taking them to 4-H, and 4-H has a shooting club. My oldest was able to participate in that. My youngest will probably participate next year. Um, and then hubby and I both ended up getting certified to teach them. We were certified instructors for 4-H. He was for pistol and I was for rifle. You're so sweet, no face. Okay, I'm gonna try to tune into that one because I'm not gonna lie, I get overwhelmed with the possibilities on thumbnails, and so I just end up not doing them. If I do one, usually it's just a title screen, basically. I'm gonna try to remember to catch it live. They'll have to remind me. Oh, I'm sure they are, and I'm sure my own brain is making it worse than it needs to be. Of that, I have no doubt. No doubt. Of that, I have no doubt. Oh, not a whole lot, but at the same time, a whole lot of conversation, Brad. We've talked about, we had another viewer earlier in the evening that was letting us know that they're going to be um, taking a break for a little while due to a loss in the family. So we were able to talk with her for a little while. Um, I hope she felt better by the time she got off and went to bed. Um, ooh, good. I hope so. Get one for me. Um, we've talked about a couple of animals that we've lost over the years. Talked about I finally got the rest of my diamond painting set up here and set up. Um, talked about the race that Keith went to tonight for a little bit with Janelle before she went to bed. Oh yeah, we had a great conversation tonight. Kind of hit all the topics and all the feels. And I got a huge chunk of this painting done tonight. Excuse me. Where did my roller go? I don't know where it went. Probably. All right. All right. I don't know where my roller went. That's all right though. All right. Got that whole center portion done now. Yes. Yes, she is. This one's going to be so pretty once I get the flower done and the 4 hummingbirds. No face. I have no idea what you're talking about. I speak nothing of it because I don't know. Oh, I showed this cool thing too, Brad. I found it at the dollar store, and it is scratch art paper pad. Oh, you can't see it. Scratch art paper pad. It comes with a little brush and a little scratcher tool. Can I bring those over here too? I don't think I did. Yes, I did. This thing is freaking cool. It wasn't me. No, just saying. I ain't say nothing. Okay, so this is black. But then you use your scraper tool to scratch off the black. to reveal color underneath. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this thing. This is so cool. I remember these from when I was a kid, but they were like way more simplistic than this. Let me turn this a little bit. Come on, turn. There we go. See a little bit more. Okay. Now on my screen, that looks pretty good that it's not um, blurry. And then it even comes with a little brush to brush the scrapings off. When I was a kid, these were way simplistic. They were not detailed like this. I was like, I kind of have to have that. It was not $1. It was okay. So being that we only have Family Dollar here, we just call it the dollar store, but it's Family Dollar, and it was like 3.25, I think. But this is like cardstock. This is not just paper. This is cardstock. I was like, oh, I gotta have that just for the sake of, old times. More than likely, my kids will end up with this, but in the meantime, I'm gonna have fun. I was like, heck yeah, let me just grab that real quick. I almost got one for each of us, but that would have been a little excessive. Like, heck yeah. Like I said, more than likely, my kids will end up with this. Oh no. Now, if you can paint, which you do, you can do this. No. Yes. Brushes that you have to clean. Yeah. This is fun. Let's see what this. Oh, this is a bright pink again. That orangey coral pinky color. I was like, yeah, I have to have that. And by the time my kids come home tomorrow, later tonight, today, it's 1:30, later today, um, from their friend's house, and they see this, it's gonna be an argument. I'm gonna get back. Would it keep him from getting too high and too far away from us? Because if it does, good night, Scooter. We'll see you later. Go get some rest, honey. If it keeps him from getting too far away from us, it might be worth it. Yes, I did allow him to be at the edge of the room today, along the edge of us, because he wasn't feeling too hot, but not in the corner, unless it was the corner in the middle, because he wasn't feeling too hot. This is so cool. Yeah, and I bet there's different colors. Oh, that's red. Oh, that one's yellow. What color is this one? This one's blue again. A darker blue than that one. What color is this? Blue too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's that corally pink color. So there's like a really dark pink reddish. Another dark pink red. Here's an orange. And then bright yellow. Uh, darker blue. And this one is also that dark blue. Oh heck yeah. What is this one? Also orange. That's bright green. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have fun with this. But I thought about that. I sure enough did. I have paint scrapers, but they're plastic. Um, and then I also have like these for my diamond paintings. There's straighteners. Oh yeah, I could make that work. Oh, buddy. Okay, see now you're a bad influence. I'm just gonna put that bad boy in there right now. You're a bad influence. Mm-hmm. See how it is. See how it is. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, see now you're a bad influence. Now I want to do that. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh man, that's like from my childhood. I have to have that. When the kids come home from their sleepover, right? When my kids come home from their sleepover tomorrow, later today, um, I guarantee you that notebook is not going to last very long at all. One or both of them are going to steal it. I can tell you that right now. And it in the scratcher right here in the. It's like right there holds both of them, the scratcher and the brush. I was like, oh, buddy. And I'm probably a little over half with this new painting. So I just have the hummingbirds, the 4 hummingbirds left, and the flower. Oh yeah, yeah. Papa ended up throwing out the white flag on that one. That's for sure. That was funny. That was absolutely hilarious. And then tomorrow during the day, I'll work on mounting these other ones that are going to the care center because I got those those are all sealed and ready to mount. I just have to trim up the canvas a tiny little bit all the way around so that they're all even. So here's the last one I finished. I'm just trying to get in there. Oh, there we go. That's the last one I finished. And there's this one. Let me turn the camera a little bit. Hey, Debbie. So there's that one. And then there's that one. So I'm going to go ahead and mount these. And normally, the way I mount paintings is trying not to hit the mic too much. Is like that. So it's like a scroll style. But since this is going to the care center and people could potentially fall and scrape themselves and injure themselves, I'm going to mount them to foam board. And I went and picked up the foam board from the craft store today. I'm going to mount them as a solid piece to foam board since they have the printed faux frame on them, and then use command strips that are specifically for picture hanging. So you use 2 command strips and then they stick together like Velcro. I don't know where my box is right now of them, but they stick together. The picture hanging ones stick together. Oh boy. I absolutely agree with you, Sin. So that way it's a flush mount to the wall and they're not having to put nails or hooks or anything in the wall that could potentially cause an injury to any of the patients. So I'll be mounting these tomorrow. And I might even work on this one a little bit more too. Oh Lord, I can absolutely see this. The absolutely. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Yeah, this would be a definitely entertaining conversation. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I totally see it. And then I have a couple other paintings over here. You guys may not have seen them yet. Oh, okay. Hold those right there for a minute. Um, the light's a little too bright on it. There we go. There's that one, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with that one. It was just one of those classic 50s trucks that I love so much. Okay. And we've got, uh-oh, almost dropped that one. This one's done with rhinestones. It says you have my whole heart for my whole life. And then this one was given to me by a friend of mine. So it's 3 little kittens and their reflection in the water is 3 big cats. Oh, Lord. Smoke out of the chimney? Which one? On the little one here? Yes, it's smoke. I think the other one has it too. Yep, this one has it. And this one does not. And then there's that one. It says Faith. Also done in rhinestones. And this one's my hubby's. That's one that he did. And then I got two big ones here. Good, Georgie. Hi, bud. Scooby-Doo. And then this one will be donated to one of the small fire departments here locally. So I think those are all the ones that are completed at the moment. Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, baby. I think those are all the ones that I've got completed at the moment. So I'll be working on getting these all mounted and finding new homes. Sadly. But yeah, this is a set of 5 that's going to the care center. Oh, they make me very happy too. So this is the small one, and then there's 2 more this size, and they're all of. So I thought it would be perfect, a really calming, serene images for the care center people who are there that are trying to heal. You know, sometimes they are there because they cannot take care of themselves temporarily, sometimes permanently. So I wanted to do something that would be nice, calming, serene images for the care center. Yeah, they make me very happy too. This one, I don't know. It's a sunflower. And I love sunflowers. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. What do you mean? An argument with yourself? What do you mean? I don't, I don't know. I'll wait and see what you say. Just doing, usually, Debbie. Most of the art, most of the paintings that I do are actually not even intended for me at all, anyways. When I bought them, I either bought them with a specific gift in mind, and or a specific person in mind to give them to, or a place. I almost always have at least a couple floating around that are completed, just set to the side, because they've come in handy as last minute gifts, or um, I've also donated a few to different organizations around town locally, where they can auction them off on silent auctions and stuff like that to help raise money for whatever their cause is, things like that. That's 9 times out of 10 what happens with these. I have a bunch at the shop, a bunch. I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 larger ones, and then I have two clocks and a couple of hangers. Oh goodness. No thanks. No, they'll come back. Subs always come back as long as there's forward progress, I guess is the best way to say it. Forward movement in your channel, subs will come back. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I I have this channel which I use as my primary, but it is actually my secondary. Then my primary is actually under my real name. So that's why I don't use my primary. That's why I use this one. So this is my, what do they call it? I'm getting tired now. My brain is starting to fritz. Um, branded account. This is my branded account. That's why I can't get memberships. It sucks. So stupid. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Um, I have one channel that I created for my youngest before I let her, that way I could monitor what she was watching. Um, now she's older, she gets it, she understands a lot more. So now she has her own YouTube. Um, and the one that's connected to my shop email, but I don't use that one at all. I don't use that one at all. Yeah, that one just sits there. I don't think I have um, a single subscribe to on that one because I don't even remember the password. So I can't sign in because it wants your Google password, and I don't remember my Google password, and I don't want to reset it. So no face. Oh, sin, no. Again? He got you again? Luckily, the dogs aren't bad tonight because I got both of them. All right, folks. I think I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, that's kind of funny, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's almost 2 o'clock. Oops. I think I'm pretty sure cricket will probably already be done. Let me double check. Ooh, like it. And it looks like Artsy's already done too, who usually goes on after cricket. Oh, nope, cricket took the night off. Okay. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Okay, looks like cricket took the night off, and then we've already missed Artsy too, so I don't see anybody that's live. Let me check. Let me check the site. Yeah, I'm the only one, it looks like. So there is nobody to raid at the moment, sadly. Thank you, Debbie. Um, if they do good things for my community, then I have no problems helping them out and doing special things. So yeah, I got no problem doing that. So, ooh, I might make me some pancakes in the morning, more likely for lunch because I don't usually eat breakfast. Oh, but that does sound good. That sounds really good. I might be making me some pancakes tomorrow. Thank you, Brad. That sounds delicious. All right, folks. I apologize. I don't have anybody to send you guys to if you wanted to stay on. So, on that note, I won't promise that I'll be live tomorrow, but I promise I will try. You guys have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. And for those on the other side, you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later.